After a great weekend's racing at Turffontein, we're back on a Thursday. That, of course, is the venue of the newly inaugurated 3-year-old Winter Series. First leg won by Silver Sabre, and of course, we're looking at the Lucky Hoodalaka's charge, possibly going through and getting that R500,000 bonus come leg 3, which will be on the 7th of July. Second leg is on the 9th of June. We're on the inside track, and it's a great pleasure to welcome you to our preview of racing on Thursday. It starts with the first of 9 at 12 midday. Now, of course, you can get in touch with us as to your thoughts after the first leg of that 3-year-old Winter Series on our X handle or on our WhatsApp number. We started with the work riders maiden plate, and of course, Mr. Marie's favorite rider is in the race itself. Not necessarily the favorite, in fact, he is riding the most formless horse in the race. But first of all, let's welcome Mr. Marie, and it is a great card to look forward to on a Thursday.
Yeah, Cecil, I love racing on the high field, so unfortunately there's nothing carded for this weekend.
Yeah.
So we can have...
So we have to make hay on the
make
Thursday,
the best on this card, correct.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think this is a one-horse race.
Yeah.
She's got the form to boot. She's got the jockey in form.
Yeah.
Chamo Mabaya is riding extremely well. I mean, he rode Sakambayo with a lot of confidence, gave it a lovely patient ride. He rode the Navy Lock.
The Navy
with
Lock
confidence,
to beat,
went to the front.
Gold Agent, huh?
Yes.
That's right.
Gold Agent actually ran third.
Yeah.
So he's riding extremely well.
The first timer from Fabian Abib in the Chinsami Silks.
That's right.
That road. It's a bit green as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm happy to suggest to the viewers that if you are going to be taking your total to comes, include her. She's at restricted odds, but it will enhance and boost your dividend. So Scars of War to get it right. Possibly like a butterfly as the biggest danger. I mean, that form line is really holding up. We saw Mr. Pitt, we saw a winner from there,
Strunsky come through and win a very good race. Strunsky had been labelled all day.
And
before
give me a choice.
Give me a choice. Who beat a very good sort in the form of Panning Gold.
Correct.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's going to be very, very hard to beat. Maybe the exacta with number 2, like a butterfly. But confident win bet in number 7.
Thank you so much. So that is 7 from a 2, and that is how we start off our show, and that is Mr. Marie's suggested pick 3. Banker the 7, that is Scars of 4 by 7 and 8 by 2, 3, 4, and that's an outlay of 6 rand. Please be reminded, 12 midday is the start of a 9-race program on the inside track of Turffontein. All right, so it is bipod time as we get to 12:35. This is a racing today, maiden juvenile plate over the 1,200 meters. And winner of the first race, the last time we were at Turffontein, which is the last Saturday, I said Sunday, last Saturday gone, was the number 1 Halcyon, and that, of course, is now ineligible to take part in race 2, and hence is the only scratching. Leads us a field of 11, and as far as the betting for race number 2 is concerned, and all things being equal, we could have a banker in the first, but, of course, Mr. Marie may read it different, which is what we want to hear. 16 to 10, the 7 Rhonda Bosch. Number 8 is Sakura Jima rather is at 33 to 10. Number 2 Keynotes is at 7 to 2. First timer Tony Peter Calvin Abib. It is 6 to 1 about the 6. Robert Browning also first timer 7s and better bar those. While your 16 to 10 favorite Mr. Marie, Rhonda Bosch, Richard Ferree rode it on a debut that was on Classic Day. And in that race, of course, it was a race taken out by Pistol Pete. And there were 2 first-timers highly regarded on that occasion. And one of them has already come through to frank that form. That was Mike de Kock's Greaterix. But, of course, just in front of Greaterix was a certain Fire Attack, award-winning Fire Attack, who came through and won the nursery. Need we say any more? Form line good enough?
Yeah, absolutely, Cecil. If you had to swap the draws with Sakura Jima and Rhonda Bosch, I mean, he'd be a 5-star bet.
Yeah.
But there are a few unknowns in the race. The first-timers. Of the first-timers, the trainers that have been kind enough to comment, Mr. Zaki for number 6 says a quartet chance.
Okay.
The others will need
Robert Browning.
Yeah. So, Cecil, he has been off the track since then, but he could be a lovely sort. All he does need is some luck in running.
Yes.
From that wide draw. He does go around the bend for the first time. So on form, he's certainly the horse to beat. I've just backed him up with the obvious horse, Sakurajima. Now, I like the fact that he's coming back in trip. He's got the bend experience. I think the fact that he travels hard in his races, he may need the pace to be on to be able to settle in running. So he's better than his last starts. And Mastership has come out and won again. So is Legend of Arthur. So health respect for the 8 because of the draw and the racing fitness. So yeah, 7 and 8 to fight it out.
7 and 8 to fight it out. We will confirm that bipod pull. That starts with the running of race 2, and that is an off time of 25 to 1. Please be reminded that the one Halcyon is a scratching. So just for a good measure and just to make sure that we, if anything, double up at the very worst case, we have got 7 and 8, the top 2 in the betting for race number 2, leg 1 of the bipod. Okay, so it is Thursday racing coming through from Turpentine. We're on the inside track, and that is the anti-penultimate day before the 2024 renewal of the Daily News and the Woolhavington. Social media details at the bottom of the screen, our X handle and our WhatsApp number. Now, race number 3 is a take-a-bet winner number maiden juvenile plate. It is over the 1,200 meters, and again, another race that could produce quite a few winners as we go forward, because the ones that have been exposed have shown that the ability is there, and it's a case of when rather than if. Looking at the betting to race number 3, and Richard Furry and Sean Terry could team up to good effect once again. The 3 Green Sapphire, now this is a 2-year-old daughter of Give Me the Green Light, recently debuted behind a certain little ballerina who was having a pipe opener after last being seen to good effect in the nursery. And of course, Green Sapphire was not disgraced, finishing 2 lengths behind a little ballerina. That was on the 9th of May. Others in the betting, far reaching 5 to 1, 5 to 1. The 4, that is Katiwa's Destiny, and that form line was emphatically franked yet again last time out, when a horse that had run just in front of Katiwa's Destiny annihilated the field.
Who's that? Kali's.
This is Rodeo Drive.
Oh, Rodeo Drive. And
Yeah.
and you know, on her debut,
Yes.
Katiwa's Destiny, when she ran 3rd, behind her was what was it? VJ's Angel.
VJ's Angel.
Yeah, who came in 1 by 6 lengths
on Saturday.
over the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll give her a winning chance of Cecil, I think this favourite's a bit short in the market.
Green Sapphire.
I think she could be a lovely filly. Of that, there's no doubt.
I could feel
Mr.
your
Terry,
eyes piercing through me when I said could be another double, huh?
Yeah, Mr. Terry's got obviously high regard for her. She is nominated for the Grade 1 Alan Robertson at
Yes.
Scottsball. But, she received a lot of weight from the winner on that occasion, who was having a prep run, 5 kilograms. Second in that race was Kindred Heart, right?
Yes.
Now, she received 3 kilograms from Kindred Heart. Kindred Heart actually ran second to Bosom Buddy. Bosom Buddy.
Yeah.
And in that race was Mr. Johan Janssen van Vuren's filly. Doesn't she have a line with Bosom Buddy?
Bosom Buddy was one of those horses that had come out of that Pinatuba form line.
Yes, yeah. So on form, you can't ignore Far East Sheen's chances, because she actually beat Bosom Buddy.
Yeah.
So I think the value could well lie with Far Reaching if she reproduces her debut efforts.
Right. Now, the $1 million question is that in your place accumulator, what are you doing in race 3?
No, all 3 will run a places. They'll run first, second, and third. But like I say, if I believe the value lies with Far Reaching,
Yes.
I'm happy to bank her in the PA at least.
Okay. No. And believe it or not, we are not in any way challenging your thoughts. Your wisdom has been certainly quite evident in the last few weeks, and we have paid the price of ignoring it. That is race 3. First leg of the PA, 10 past 1. Fourth race, first leg of the Pick Six. A reminder, it is, of course, a couple of days to go before the 3-year-olds all face up, the leading 3-year-olds in the country rather, and on the racing circuit right now. But of course, we are looking forward to a 2-year-old possibly upsetting the odds in race number 4, the first leg of the Pick Six, and that goes by the name of Force 8, who is at 5-2, the 5 at Turbo Power 3-1, 4-1, the 2, Alabama Anna. Then the 7, Max the Otters at 11-2, 9-1, and a better bar those. Well, the performance of a Green Sapphire should either give or take away any confidence about the 2-year-old, upsetting the odds in race number 4 because they finished virtually on top of each other, if I'm not mistaken, again behind a Little Ballerina. 2-year-old in this instance, Pulisan and Claudia gets all right. What is your reckoning, and what are your ratings of this Force 8?
Yeah, Cecil, you know, she obviously improved in her last start because in her penultimate start she ran last. Then 3 runs back she ran second last. She only beat a horse that didn't jump, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let's see how she goes. I don't think she's a 5-2 shot.
Yeah.
I think she's far too short in the market. And even if Green Sapphire happens to win convincingly, I don't think she should be as short as what she is. There's a few hard knockers over here. I'm taking my chances and banking Turbo Power, yeah?
You know, I'm looking at Turbo Power. Turbo Power actually brings back sad memories because if not, Common Grounds beat a horse that I thought had a good chance. Is that the same race I'm talking about?
Teflon Man.
Except Temptation on Sunday?
Yes.
That's right.
That's
I thought
right.
Except Temptation had actually got it. Even Sheldon Peters thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not a horse that is dear to me. But of course, Turbo Man has the credentials. So you're bankering.
I'm bankering him, and I'll tell you why. I think his biggest danger is Max the Otter.
Okay.
That is number 7. And if you go back a few runs, he's actually got the beating of Max the Otter behind Kian the Conqueror. Now, on that occasion, Cecil, if you recall, he was desperately unlucky. He got balked and bumped on the outside running rail. I think Phyllis Sunday rode him, if I'm not mistaken. No, Serena Moodley rode him. He should have won on that occasion, and he's got the beating of Max the Otter. But Max the Otter is 1.5 kilograms better off with him. In his penultimate start, Turbo Power was very unfortunate. He had to play his hand at the top of the straight. He moved far too soon. So I'm hoping he gets some cover from a neat draw. Doesn't have to exert too much energy. And he's got a nice turn of foot. So I'm going 5 from number 7, Max the Otter. But I'm happy to take my chances.
Okay, so we're going to bank at the 5, that is a Turbo Power. And the first leg of the Pick Six, no scratchings. It is a major at 80. We should be off at 1:45. And that is a selection courtesy of Daryl Marie. And of course, he's selected our first 4 for the first 4 races. So it is a card that he has gotten to know inside out. That is race 4. We're talking about the first jackpot when we come back. Inside Track Racing continues with race number 5 at 2:20. We should get into that first jackpot. It's a play Soccer 6, 10, and 13. Phyllis Mare 76. You can draw a line through numbers 3 Lollapalooza and the 9 Bushveld. That'll leave us a field of 7, and top of the boards is the 6 Zenobia's Gold, who is at 28-10. And number 2 Volara A Mambo 7-2. Number 8 Solar Diva 7-2, 4-1, and a better bar those. So 3 and 9 scratched. I do believe that Mr. Burrows has got some fancies in race number 5. We'll get to those shortly. But what are your fancies? By the way, form update from last Saturday in Ameritrail at 80 over the 1400 meters. Striker partnered Radu, and that finished a distance behind what has been a revelation since coming to the stable of Fani Broncos, that is Open Highway.
Yes, so you can just put a line through that run over the weekend. You saw Striker giving the starter a piece of his mind. And then the horse raced keen, 3 wide. He just eased it up in the straight. So totally ignore that run. Penultimate start from the worst draw. A nice effort behind an up-and-coming filly and on the horizon. Gavin, I think, will get on well with his daughter of Roberta, so I'll give her a chance. I think she doesn't deserve to be at the bottom of the boards, that's for certain. Volare Air Mambo, number 2.
Yes.
What a smooth victory last time out.
Yeah.
She has really turned the corner with the fitment of blinkers. Form line has been franked, admittedly, but I wouldn't read too much into that. She has a lightly raced filly, staying top of filly, who's certainly improving with racing. And, go back in your form lines. Donna Mo's gone on with it. Say It With Roses, lovely post-maiden effort. DeMarco's Jet, holding her own in handicap company. Who says she can't?
Yeah.
So I think she could go back to back. Queso Azul, Darren Burrows' first pick, was the beneficiary of a great ride last time out. Cecil, she has been victorious over the course and distance, but they've taken the blinkers off, and I think this filly could be better when cold. So I think Chase's instructions will be to give her a chance, and she'll be running on smartly. I can see her winning. And Zenobia's Gold, I thought this filly would battle, but she's actually been right.
So as well.
She hasn't disgraced herself post-maiden, so she has to be respected. I think the value lies with Radu, but I do give winning chances to numbers 1, 2, 4, and 6. Darren Burrows is in the camp of number 4.
Okay, and 8, Solodiva, as we look at the slides that Darren Burrows has put together. Solodiva, not for you?
I think Zenobia's will reverse the form.
Thank you so much. There it is, that jackpot at 2 and 4. That is courtesy of Darren Burrows. The 2, Valade Mambo, and the 4, Kise Azul. And of course, the outlay will be 432 Rand. That is the first jackpot. And the second selection from Mr. Darren Burrows. And again, we always take note of his win selections. It is Kise Azul to follow up on that last win at the Val, where Striker was aboard over the 1500 meters. 20 past 2 is your time to Phillies in May 76. Question is, how many winners will Richard have by the time we start off on the second jackpot on a Thursday? That is on the inside track. This is a book for a July day in a Josie 0116811 796, and it's over a distance of 1600 meters. Richard is on what, if you are a big Richard follower, on value, a bit of a value there, but let's get through the betting. 5 Hard Peaks back to winning ways last time out. Smunger retains right for Robbie Sage, 28-10. Number 6 LMB 4-1. Richard Furry on the 1. Little Mary Sunshine for the De Kock stable is at 5-1. The 4 Benika 13-2. The 9 Quiet Rebellion 7s, 9s and better. Bar those quoted runners. As mentioned, this is the last chance to get involved in a jackpot. And without further ado, let's hear the suggested opener, the first leg of the second jackpot, and how we negotiated.
3 horses should be able to suffice. Yeah, Cecil. Numbers 5, 6, and 9.
5, 6, and 9.
Now, Hot Peaks clearly is 2 from 2 from the course and distance. Lovely win last time out. Yeah, I can see it backing up, but I got a preference for numbers 6 and 9. You'll say that LMB holds the 9, but Quiet Rebellion, when running behind Mary's green light, was returning from a layoff. The stables turned.
Yeah, big time.
Big time. Having a peak run, 52 to shoulder from a 1 draw. I think she is going to run a blinder, so I'll give her a strong winning chance. Now let's touch on her biggest danger, in my opinion, LMB. This filly, I've always had the opinion that she's better over a mile, Cecil. But if you have a look at her form, whenever she's contested races over a mile, she's jumped from the worst tall gates. Yeah, she jumps from a neat draw. And have a look at her rating. She's down to an 81. Her last victory was off the same mark. So I think from a neat draw, she might be a little bit closer to the pace this time round. Over a distance, which is her optimum. I think numbers 6 and 9 to fight it out. Respect for the 5.
Right. 5, 6, and 9. 6 and 9 to fight it out as far as that first leg of the second jackpot is concerned. And it is a selection courtesy of Darrow. 5, 6, and 9 are the numbers that should suffice. And again, we have a very good midweek card to look forward to. That is Thursday on the inside track of Turffontein. Right, so it is the last chance to get involved in a pick 3 when we get to race number 7. This is a middle stakes over the mile. And this certainly is a race worthy of the intended card on a Saturday. That is the Daily News card, a field of 11. And of course, let us know whom you're expecting to come through and put it off in the Daily News and at the Woolhavington. Please help us out, because at times we do go wrong. And that is for the Daily News and the Woolhavington. Anyway, in the betting, we've got the 6 Captain of Grit. It's a stable debut now with the Tony Peter stable. Is co-favorite with 4 Joker Man, both at 33 to 10. The latter coming in from 7 to 2 to 33 to 10. Number 1, a Silent War Chase, certainly has picked up a very nice ride. A stable companion to one of your co-favorites is at 5 to 1. 7 to 1 is the 8 of Bloomington. Number 5, Trident King, 11 to 1, 15 to 2, now 7 to 1. The 3 in Dlamu is at 8 to 1, 10s and better bar those quoted runners. This is a middle stakes race number 7, Mr. Marie. Jokerman is a horse that certainly has surprised all and sundry, because that maiden win form line, I don't know if you read it the same way, just didn't produce too many winners initially. And Jokerman was put away after that maiden win, came back and won, and came back and won again. And certainly looks to be a very useful sort.
No, even the horse that I fancied when he won on that occasion, Van Mygel.
Yes.
Hasn't
Van
gone on
Majel,
with
yeah.
it. Yeah. So he has. I find him very interesting, Cecil. This horse is very versatile.
Yeah.
He's won from the front. Penultimate start, Gavin put him to sleep at the back of the field. Ran on bar. I had a look at his breeding. Because he is unexposed over this distance and he's been upped in distance. He's now stepping up to a mile. And his dam, funny enough, is a half sister to Sandringham Summit.
Okay.
And she won over 1800. So I think he could be anything now that he's trying the extra. And he certainly wasn't stopping last time out. So I'm going to go as far as saying that he should hold the form or confirm the form with Bloomington. So I like his chances. There's quite a bit of pace in this race. He can go to the front. Global Impact can go. Whispers of War can go. Bloomington likes to go handy. And Dlamu, We Are the Logans. So let's see if he can just switch off the pace. He could certainly notch up another victory. Cecil, now there's very few horses in the country that are as consistent as Silent War.
Yes.
And more than capable of his current rating. But yet, Calvin, the stable jockey, has opted to ride Captain of Grit, making his debut for his new yard. So for that reason alone, I am siding towards the 6 over the 1. And what can we say? When they join the Tony Peter yard, he can certainly get the best out of them. So I've got respect for him. Cecil, the upsets in the race, in my opinion, could be Whispers of War. Now, strictly on paper, he's well held by Joker Man, but that was over a distance short of his best. And have a look at the swing in the weight. He's 6.5 kilograms better off, and he's got a neat draw to contend with, to assist him with. So if you are playing trifectas and quartets, please include number 9, Whispers of War.
Right, whilst you've been giving us that, Shruti, who'll also ensure that pace, the Darren Burrows pick 3 suggestion has come through, and he's gone with 1, 3, 4, and 6. So included the stable companions, then the 3 in Dlamu, and the 4, that would be Joker Man. That is the pick 3. Last one, starting at past 3 on a Thursday on the inside track of Turffontein. Last double begins in race number 8. This is at www.tabforracing.com. Fillies and Mares 95 divided handicap. It's over the 1,000 meters. And I do say once again, and look for yourselves, see for yourselves. We have a crackerjack of a meeting for a Thursday afternoon. Right, in race number 8, the favoritism in what will be one of the highlights of the afternoon. Gavin Larena won on the favorite last time out, but he is going to stick with his stable, and they have the second favorite. So the horse he won on last time I Star will be partnered by Smanga, and that is at 4 to 1. Number 2, Moon Shining Through, 5 to 1, 6 to 1 about the 5 Law of Success. 4, Virginia Beach is at 7 to 1, bracketed at 7 to 1 with numbers 6, Woman of Fame, and the 10, Nettleton. It is 15 to 2 and better bar those. Johan always warns, Gavin always warns, Vicky Larena always warns. Watch Moon Shining Through go down to the start before you commit to betting.
Yeah, I think Gavin obviously has got weight restrictions, so he obviously can't ride Nettleton,
Yes.
who has got 52 to shoulder from a neat draw.
Yeah.
She's in cracking form.
Yeah.
So I'll give her a chance. Cecil, it's a very tricky race. If you've got the budget and you're watching this on YouTube prior to the meeting, I'd suggest you go fielding this race because you can make a claim for each and every one of these
Yes.
runners. Number 9, Green Flash, in her penultimate start, over 1,000 meters. She actually quickened up beautifully.
Beautifully.
You know, let's see how she goes. Over 1,000 meters, she could be just with the pace, and 52.5 to shoulder, she could surprise a few of you. I think you can get an honest run from number 8 over here on cue. She's got the draw to boot. Nice effort last time out. Go back 3 runs. I think she's 2.5 kilograms better off with Woman of Fame. So in an open race, I'd say number 9 on cue is my top pick.
8.
Number 8 on cue is my top pick, but I'd be spending as little as possible
On this race.
on this race. Yeah.
You know, I was actually saying when I was taking the betting last night that this is the sort of price, and you would call me mad, where the sort of price that 11 Meteoric wins at 50 to 1 at better light galloping weight. And as you say, it is quite a race itself. 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. That is your suggested exacta. And I saw the white rook when I said Meteoric. This is the sort of price that Meteoric wins at, and that is 40, 50 to 1. That'll be our penultimate and the last chance to get involved in a double. Right, last race is titled Next Turffontein Race Meeting Thursday, the 30th of May. That'll be 5 days after our big meeting in the coastal province of KwaZulu-Natal. And of course, let us know what you are looking forward to on that particular day. And come next Thursday, you can even get in touch and tell us what were the highlights then. But it's going to be a highlight to what has been a great afternoon's racing. You can scratch the 7 in the ether, leaves us a field of 10 for that last race of the afternoon. Affiliates of May 77 divided handicap. And as far as the betting is concerned, 5 Lovegrass, so that is your favorite at 17 to 10. 4 to 1 is now adjusted into 7 to about the 3 Ride On. Number 8, Midnight Fusion, rather, is at a 5 to 1. That is the 6, my apologies. Just 2, just Series 6 to 1, 7 to 1, and better bar those quoted runners. Midnight Fusion, well, the owner hasn't been able to get that winner board. And this afternoon it will be left or Thursday afternoon it will be left to Richard Farid to try and get that next win from Midnight Fusion. But another good race. And local debutant in the form of the 3 Ride On, formerly with Gareth Van Sale. And we've seen that traffic from Gareth to Tony Peter yield great dividends.
I see there has been support for her in the markets as well, anti-post markets. Unfortunately, no comments in the front of the computer form, or for what, close on 8 months.
Yeah.
Wide draw to contend with. You have to respect anything that has its first run for Mr. Tony Peter. But let's see how she goes. Cecil, Midnight Fusion. Last time out of her 1200, an indifferent run. Prior to that, she had a bad draw to contend with. This filly takes a hold. So they generally go very quick on the inside track. And if she's able to just settle in running, I think we could finally see her notch up her second career victory, because on debut she was very impressive. But she's been knocking on the door, barring her last starts. She is more than capable. But I think she could be her own worst enemy. If she overdoes it, she tends to lack finishing efforts. But I think this race could pan out well for her. Lovegrass last time out, she actually looked in trouble going through the 400 because Richard Free on the eventual winner moved past her sweetly, and she came under pressure, but she did well to rally on for second position. She's got Londa in her favor, lightly raced. She's got the draw to boot. She could be better than her rating, so I've got respect for her. I'm expecting a nice run from Heirloom.
Yes.
Number 4. This course and distance is really her cup of tea, and I think having a peak run off a 79 now. Look, she was as high as a 93. Off a 79 from a neat draw, she could just slot in behind Lovegrass. and I'll go as far as saying that she could possibly run her down. So I think numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10 have to be taken seriously. Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, and 10. Right on. Heirloom, Love Grass, Midnight Fusion, and Fennec Fox. And now I did say to the connections the last time, in fact, it ran. I said, you guys are putting the horse over along the distance. This is a sprinter par excellence, and anything beyond 1,000, it won't see out. And she's the racing manager, Jomo. Said, fun enough, you should say that that's what Robin, the jockey on that day, Matsunyani, came back and told them, drop to 1,000. So I think we could get some value there. So you reckon it could be a good race for Robin Klaasen?
I think it could be, Cecil. So that's your tip for the viewers for the day. Eh?
I think Fennec Fox with the 52. Oh, he's taking the pressure off you. Huh? It is definitely Fennec Fox that do include. That has been our preview for Thursday racing at Turffontein. We're on the inside track. We look forward to a great day's racing. A quartet box that's suggested by Daryl, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 10. And the outlay there will be 120 Rand. Do enjoy Thursday racing. We look forward to seeing you after the running of the Daily News and the Will Abington. In fact, we'll build up into that meeting together.